Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports. I'm your host, Robert. All right, CFL Week 3. Yeah, I've had to triple check these stats and quadruple check them. Week 1, 4-0 straight up picks. Week 2, 4-0 straight up picks. Week 2, 3-1 against the spread, 3-1 on the over/under. So overall, 8-0 on straight up picks. 6-2 against the spread, 5-3 on the over/under. That's 19-5. That is 79.1%. I've never, ever started like that. It's been amazing so far. And hey, the action on the field has been amazing as well. We knew there was going to be some teams that were going to stand out. We knew there's going to be some teams that struggled. Tomorrow night we have. Could this be game of the year already in week 3? BC 2-0, BC Lions. Winnipeg Blue Bombers 2-0. The way Vernon Adams Jr. has been playing, the way Zach Collars has been playing, these two will be fighting it out all year. This could determine who's going to be the number 1 seed. Yeah, I think that the West Division is going through these two teams this year. And the fact they are 1-2 and they're playing in week 2. Yeah, it's going to be a fun year. BC scoring 23.5 points a game on the average. Giving up that defense. They give up 15 points in 2 games. Edmonton has not scored 15 points in 2 games. So yeah, this is going to be nuts. Winnipeg, 43.5 points a game they've averaged so far in these two. Of course, their defense has given up 29, so you've got to score that much. So 40 plus, scoring 40 plus in both games, giving up over 27 in both games. Fewest, so the fewest points allowed goes to BC. Net offense, BC is second with 852 yards, averaging 426. The Blue Bombers are number 1, averaging 437 yards a game for a total of 874. Vernon Adams Jr., 74.6 completion ratio. Zach Collars, not too bad, 72.1. Then you got 174 rushing yards by Daquan Mizell, Brady Oliveira, 155 rushing yards. 2 of the top quarterbacks, 2 of the top teams on a Thursday night. Game of the year. All right, Winnipeg, favored by 6. I'm going with Winnipeg. I got them winning. I got them covering the 6, and I'm taking over on the 49. That one was hard. Took me a while to figure that one out. All right, next up we have the 1-0 Montreal Alouettes against the 0-2 Hamilton Tiger Cats. When you give up, on average, 15 points a game, so what is it, 14.5? They've been outscored by almost 30 points this year, Hamilton has. They gave up 42 and 32 in their 2 losses. But Levy Mitchell, oh boy, 33 for 57, 4 interceptions, 361 yards, and 1 touchdown. Now, Matt Schultz, 13 for 14, 1 touchdown, 118 yards. Maybe we got something there. Maybe he can help the Tiger Cats pull this out. But the Alouettes, Cody Fitzgerald, 14 for 20, 260 yards. Second in QB rating on the season so far, and that's only 2 games, 114.8. Alouettes won 19-13 last week. Hamilton is favored by 2. How is Hamilton favored by 2.5 in this game? Yeah, I wrote that down. I'm like, what? Huh? Why? I'm giving the 2.5 to Montreal. I got Montreal plus 2.5 and under on the 44.5. I don't think Montreal is going to score enough to get over that because I know Hamilton will give it up, but Montreal hasn't shown. 19 points in 1 game. They're not scoring like Winnipeg, so Cody Fitzgerald, I think, will get the victory here. So Montreal plus 2.5 under on the 44. Battle of the 1-1s, the Saskatchewan Roughriders and the Calgary Stampeders. These two teams are pretty similar. Overall, Saskatchewan has scored 44 points, 22 points per game. Calgary scored 41, 20.5 points a game. Saskatchewan is third in net offense, 375 yards a game, 750 total. Calgary is 5th, 675 yards total, average 337.5. Penalties, though, that's what's killed Calgary so far. 19 for 143. Saskatchewan's not far behind, 13 for 126. Trevor Harris for Saskatchewan, 4 touchdowns, 582 yards, while Reggie Belton, 14 for 182 on the season with 21 targets, 14 catches. Not too bad for 2 games. Calgary is favored by 3.5. I got the Stampeders winning, covering. I am going to go over on the 45.5. That one may shoot me later, but I'm going to go over on the 45.5. All right, then we have the Toronto Argonauts, 1-0, going up against the 0-2 Edmonton Elks. I'm sorry, but what is there to say about Edmonton? Yeah, their defense is good. They only give up 39 points so far. They've given up less points than Calgary has. They've given up less points than Winnipeg, less points in Hamilton, less points in Saskatchewan. So 19.5 per game, not too bad. But they're only scoring 13 points. They've scored 13 points in 2 games. Chad Kelly for Toronto, 14 for 23, 238 yards on the season. DeMonte Coxey, 6 for 131. I think Toronto, Winnipeg, or BC, that's probably going to be the Grey Cup this year, I would think, at this point. I know it's too early to really get into that. I know here in a couple of weeks we'll go back over the wins for the year. I did the over-under on wins on week 1, so we'll recap that one in a couple of weeks, see where we're at. Toronto is favored by 6.5, so I got them winning, covering. I'll do over on the 44.5. All right, so game of the week, we all know it's going to be Thursday night, BC, Winnipeg. I got Winnipeg winning, +6, over on the 49. Montreal, Hamilton, we got Montreal winning, +2.5, under on the 44. Calgary, Saskatchewan, we got Calgary winning, +3.5, over on the 45.5. And then Toronto winning, +6.5, over on the 44.5. That is week number 3. Straight up picks, 8-0 in 2 weeks. We're not going to be able to keep that up. Maybe we can, but we'll see. But all right, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. That's CFL Week 3, as always. Thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.